November the 26th, 2019.
So motion to accept the minutes for November 26, 2019.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence?
There was an email I received from Valerie Williams. She just wanted to know about who sends complaint letters out. And I told her that Debbie sent them out, and then she was asking questions about Jerry and, you know, how he sets his traps and where he puts them and everything. I guess there was a raccoon over there by her, and that's all that she wanted. And we received a letter from DOT saying that Victory Gardens has been selected to receive funding from DOT for 2020 for Garfield, Taft, and Polk Court in the amount of $80,000. And that is it for correspondence.
Motion to accept correspondence?
So motion to accept correspondence at hand.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vouchers, did everyone get a chance to look at the vouchers? Any questions on any line items? If not, I need a motion to pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Sheena?
Yes.
Councilman Glass?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hedgepath?
Yes.
Councilwoman White?
Yes.
Councilman Lorenzo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Garcia Montez?
Yes.
Department reports?
There's none.
Lady reports? Alright. New business, community development, grant application.
Yeah, the grant application is due in January. I was talking to Leon, he said to ask council if there's anything on those projects that council thinks need to be done. So we can put in for a project.
When does it have to be in by?
I think it's like January
So
3rd.
is that anything in the town that has to be done or just road?
Well, it could be sewer lines if, you know, there was something like that.
What
It
about
could be
the fence
curbing.
that we ever get in?
No.
Okay.
That sidewalks.
Yeah. Sidewalks.
Still some that could be done.
Alright. Anything else, anybody?
We have to do it right.
Well, he said get it in.
Is it in?
By then.
Okay.
So he said he just needs a couple days to do it, so I'll.
Okay. Alright.
Whatever happened, Debbie, with the firehouse or something, maybe that was first.
Well, we received the grant, but council wasn't happy with the way it was gonna be done up there, so remember, council made a vote to not do it.
Not at all, or did we just take it?
No, not at all, because the money had to go back to planning and development because it wasn't being used.
Could we use that for that?
No, well, I mean, you could, but because we've done it, you know, applied once for it and then we turned it down. I mean, I can have him check again to see, you know.
Well, we didn't like
And the whole thing was the layout.
Yeah, we didn't like
Right.
coming off the street.
Yes.
We're coming from the back and up the driveway. What you need is,
solution for that yet.
No,
what you need is an entrance in the back, so nobody's gonna get run over coming up that driveway or parking the car in the street. I mean, if a person's handicapped driving a car, well, they can leave the car in the street.
all right, so I'll let him know about both of those.
Knock on wood.
Storm drains on Franklin Road.
Yes, we did award the storm drains to AJM back in September. Their contract was that they had 20 days to do it. They never did it. I asked Leon about it. He called them, and they were gonna do it the day after we had all that snow. Leon told them no. So, we're just gonna have to rebid because they were supposed to have it done within 20 days. And it was awarded September, I think our last meeting in September, and is way over 20 days. They just get a
And they were gonna
contract.
do it after the day after the snow,
Yeah,
and Leon told them no, so Leon gonna pay for the advertising again.
well, their contract said they had 20 days to do it. 20 days from September 25th is not December, whenever that happened.
Mhm.
Alright.
So
So
it-
motion to send it out to bid again?
Well, we're not gonna do it now until spring. So,
Do you know when they're doing the road, or?
Leon was gonna call them and find out. He didn't think it would, he thought it was gonna be more like the fall of the year,
Next
because
year?
they have to do storm drains on their side also.
They did some
But yes,
of them.
next year.
They did do some of it. Randolph did do some of it.
They did?
Yeah, right across from the Garden Chapel they were doing it.
Okay, alright,
Yeah, the winter.
Yeah, during the summer.
okay.
I don't know of any others they did, but.
Okay, next on the agenda is the animal hospital at Roxbury, amended contract.
We received this letter like, December 4th, telling us that they are not going to, be doing Victory Gardens anymore as of December 31st of this year. My one concern was, if you knew you weren't gonna do us, why are you waiting until the very last minute to tell us? Our contract runs out the end of the year. We didn't get your letter until December 3rd. So, they're saying after analyzing their costs associated with housing your impounded animals and finding homes for those that are not reclaimed, we have determined this relationship is no longer beneficial to our clinic. So I believe I gave everybody a copy of what their fees are and what stayed the same, what went up, how much it went up. And then at the very bottom of that, they have like 10 different things that are all new,
Yeah.
which are ridiculous.
Yeah.
They will not euthanize animals. They have done it in the past, but they won't do it anymore. So what they want the town to do is the TNR, which is the trap, neuter, and release. So they want us, if we get the cats, to bring them up to them, pay all this money, have them spayed or neutered, have Jerry go back and pick them up, and bring them back here and let them loose again.
Just bring him to see Hoover's.
So, they also want Jerry to be able to scan the animals he picks up before he brings them in, which means we would have to get the price of the scanner.
He doesn't have a scanner?
No.
But
They don't have a
that's-
scanner?
yeah, we wouldn't
They
need-
have
they
one
have a
there,
scanner
but no,
there.
they don't want
There's
him
no need
using
for him to get a
theirs.
scanner, yeah, no.
So,
So they'll give us a contract if we do all that stuff?
yeah, but the
Oh.
prices that they're asking for are ridiculous.
Yeah,
Control officer.
Jeff, is there any way that you could, send this paper without their prices on it? The different, like, on
Well,
Route 10,
I've
Denville?
got, I'm talking to Dr. Hodis,
Oh, that's our bet.
because he does some of all this for other towns.
Mhm.
I talked to Peter over in Rockaway Township, and I'm waiting to see what Dr. Hodis is gonna do, you know, because,
Well, we need a price from him. We need a
yes,
price
well,
for
yeah,
all
I've
these
already
things.
asked him, yep,
And also, if you could send that to, on Route 10,
to
Denville Animal.
Denville,
Hospital, right there.
okay,
Right there on Route 10, it's closer and, they might be cheaper.
okay.
and how about Mountain Lakes? Cause the Rockaway brings stuff in there all the time. 6270789,
And which one is that?
Mountain Lake. 6270789. Cause I know Rockaway brings stuff in there, and they have adoptions, I believe, those.
Okay, so I will get this out to them also. Hopefully Dr. Hodis, he does our clinic here.
Yeah, this
So-
is really ridiculous, their prices. To
Yes.
spay a dog, $508. They really wanted this out.
Right,
So,
right.
we'll find someplace else.
The Eleventh hour,
Yes.
11th hour, is it?
They said they're so busy they don't have room for anybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
11th
not
hour
busy.
up here.
Yeah,
I tried St. Hubert's.
no, they won't take it.
No.
Yeah. Cause we deal with them, we get our
Okay.
pets put out of the cat, they wouldn't take.
But I'll get them out to the other two places and, see what we find out.
Until then, all the animals that,
Your car's not
Keep on it. Mr. Flat, take it all, go to Mr. Glass's house.
I got two, that's enough.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, old business?
Say a week.
I did wanna go over in the new business.
Okay, new business.
Which isn't on anybody's agenda, so you can do what you wanna do, but I did send the Dover Port agreement and the Dover Fire EMS agreement, which, when did I tell you I got that, Dave? I
Just got it the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And,
There was no change according to your note.
no change on the, fire EMS.
Fire EMS was how much, Debbie?
33,000 for the year.
Okay, but before they were volunteers, now they're paid and we have to pay for their benefits and then work.
Well, our
right?
contract says 33,000.
And then it also says on the bottom there, upon adoption of the resolution, corresponding resolution. $33,000 annually, and that's what we paid last year?
Yes.
Okay. For the use of the fire and emergency medical services, subject to possible future increases, which will be adjusted annually over the duration of the agreement. To
And,
account for increases in salary and benefits and/or operating costs as sustained by accounting records associated with the shared fire and emergency. So that means we're gonna have to pay for benefits and with Dover, what other towns, because when we joined them, there was 3 or 4 other towns involved. There was us, Mine Hill,
for fire?
Lord.
No, that was the court.
oh yeah, of course.
Court.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So with this one, the fire, they're gonna be paid, they used to have only volunteers and like
Right.
one,
They only hit some like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Right.
but now
Yeah.
they're all
Mhm.
paid in benefits.
Well, according
Pay for the
to,
benefits. And they can charge us what
what's
they
his
want
name,
pretty
Dave?
much.
The administrator over there, what's his name? Bill?
Bill Reyes, yes.
It would only be going up to 2%, but this is why I sent this to the attorney, so the attorney can look it over and let us know
Mhm.
if this was in our best interest to do.
Well, you gotta consider a number of things. Number one, where else will we go? And are we gonna reestablish a volunteer fire department or a
No.
paid fire department?
No.
So we're kinda stuck.
Mhm.
And we don't know what the annual, they have to let us know what the annual rate's gonna be.
Why for 10 years?
Yeah, that's another thing, 10 years is a long time.
I think, what was our last one, 10 years?
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
10 years, yeah. Mhm.
Well, ask them about 5 years.
It would have been 10 years already?
Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
But we have to consider what are the options that we have. And we
Right.
might be locked into these people.
So then they could charge us whatever they
No,
want.
they have to account, it says.
Yeah, and we have to pay them whatever they want.
Whatever the fair
For
share
the-
is as.
Well, then maybe we should see if we wanna open our fire department back up and get volunteers here. Cause a lot of them had said through the past years that they would come back and new people that became firemen would like to volunteer for Victory
Well,
Village.
my recollection is we had an awful lot of trouble.
We had a lot of problems with
A lot of
volunteers.
people aren't, those people aren't here right now.
Yeah. We had a lot of, and plus, the thing was, when we had our volunteer fire department, we were paying well over 45,000 a year for them. And we were only paying like 33 now per year, but we'll see what we have to pay.
We don't know,
We
you know, I
don't
think any
know.
kind of consideration or judgment now is
Mhm.
certainly premature, we don't have all the information.
Right. Plus, one of the best things is that it's 24 hours, somebody's already on call 24 hours a day. when we had a volunteer fire department, most of the guys, they lived, no, we only had one or two, maybe one that even lived in the gardens. And
They
they,
lived close, because they couldn't live
No,
further than how many miles?
2 miles.
2 miles.
2 miles, so most of them lived in, well, some lived in Wharton, some lived in Rockaway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we didn't have much success with them, so.
What do you think
We're
about
10
saying?
years later now, and I'm sure there's other people, new firemen, and people that maybe wanna take their job more seriously.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
We have to figure out how much
Yeah.
they cost.
Well, let's find out what the cost is.
Yeah.
We're still working on a base of $33,000.
Their pay and benefits, you know?
Yeah,
Which
well,
we're
we
gonna
can do
have
that
to-
for everybody, yeah.
I don't know if we need a new fire truck or not, so, you know.
Yeah, because we were told that the agreement with with Dover was good
Mhm.
from our attorney, and we lost our fire truck with them. They sold it.
And then yours?
Well, we gave it to them, well, that
No, we
was in
didn't
our
give it to them, it was
agreement.
in the contract.
It was in the agreement,
Right.
it was in the agreement, we gave it to them.
So now we'd have to buy one.
Mhm.
Okay, if you could find out that,
Mhm.
that'd be better.
Yeah,
Can we put a cap on it, Phil?
Well, you can negotiate whatever you want to try to negotiate whatever you
I
want to
mean, I'm like
negotiate.
3% or 5%.
Well, there's no-
Find out what
Well, you
it
would
is,
get one,
what
you
what
know.
it is, yeah.
2%.
What it is.
The security went down.
Do we negotiate with the new mayor or the old
Here's
mayor?
also.
The old one.
well, no, well,
How would be with the new?
this, yeah, came in from the old mayor,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but we would have to do it with the new
Try to deal with
mayor.
the new mayor. See
Mhm.
if we can get a kind of break.
Not as much.
Well, I think what's happening here, the mayor doesn't have anything to do with the term, with the amount, that's the business administrator that's to get all this out, but we should be able to find out what these extra numbers are, if
Yeah.
in fact there are.
Mhm.
It does say
Right.
2%, Kendall showed me.
Yeah, after a year. But you also gotta pay for their full-time fire.
But it's saying
and your
2%
benefits.
each year, so it will escalate each year thereafter 2%. So,
Plus the benefits and the,
No, it would be two
I
percent.
think it's
If it says
2%,
2%,
from what I'm
on
reading.
the bottom,
Yeah.
on the bottom, on the bottom it says whatever the, accountant says for that
Yeah,
year.
this is the adopted one.
But this is not a hard contract.
No.
No,
No, it's not.
we didn't even get the whole contract.
We didn't see that.
No, this is the resolution.
No,
We
this
haven't
is
got
the
one.
resolution.
What are we
It
gonna
would
get the
have to be
contract?
approved. This is their resolution that they adopted. They sent it to us, so we can look at it and say if we're doing it or not.
But don't we have to see the contract just to be able to see?
Well, the
it?
contract would be drawn up based on the resolution.
Exactly, but don't we
But they
have
have
to
to
see
have
the
something.
contract to be able to approve the resolution?
Well, we don't have to approve the resolution, we don't have our own
So we have
resolution.
to approve the contract, doesn't it?
Right.
Oh, but if you don't know the contract, how you gonna approve the contract?
This is what they.
That's
It's
for the
not
court.
on this one.
No, it's not.
This is what their
That's for the
resolution
court.
says, that's
Right.
all they've done so far.
Right.
Now, we have to decide, predicated upon what, more than just this,
Right.
what they are looking for. And that'll give us an answer.
They just send a contract.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, the other
And
one,
when does it end?
did you-
This year. So everything's ended this year.
well, they just gave it to us. We never had
We
it.
have to hold off. on
I've been
it until
asking
we
them
ask
for-
these questions.
A year.
Well, we're not gonna do anything now with it, this is gonna be after the first of the year. This is just so everybody can take a look at it, and then when that time comes, we can make a decision, but we
How
have to see
many
a contract.
firemen do they have over at Dover, do you know? Around?
I think they have, like, 80 probably around.
no fire
I think, don't hold me to it. I don't know how many volunteers, because everybody's having a problem getting volunteers now. You know, that's one of the things that, I don't know what's going on, because nobody wants to volunteer anyway. You can't even, guys even coach football, basketball,
Yeah,
baseball,
they have
whatever.
conductors.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we'll get back to it. Okay, so that's that.
And your other one is for the shared municipal court, that they gave us their resolution on that also.
And that's 2%.
That one says 2%.
How much was it last year, Debbie?
Last year, it was 18,000, $357.48.
So it went up
And the new
1,000.
contract, no, it went up, the new contract for the 19, it's, increases it by $61.75 a month.
$1,000, like 1,000 something
Yes,
for those 19,000.
yeah, it's like, yes, but monthly, because we pay them monthly.
$1,500 something like that.
Mhm. So this is what we're gonna pay for the first year. And why does this have to be 10 years old?
Because that's what the last one was.
Plus 2% annual.
Which is the same
Yeah,
as
that's
this
usual.
year,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
understand that, there's always an increase.
Yeah.
So we pass that one tonight, please.
Well, you can, if you want to agree to it tonight for the municipal court,
Right.
the attorney would have to draw up a resolution saying that we're agreeing, right, Bill?
Yeah, and
With
we'd have to look
them.
at, we'd have to look at the terms and conditions of the contract again. And we must have the original contract, don't we?
Yes.
With, this,
So I have to look at that contract.
Right.
with this shared services, how much, money did we gain here in town for the year, last year?
I have to ask Joe to look it up.
That one, could you ask him? And how much we paid them 19,000. We probably didn't even break even.
Oh, no, and we weren't breaking even when we had court here, we were like bleeding money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, there's gonna be a movement afoot down the road where they're gonna put pressure on us, somebody, the state or otherwise, is to combine with another municipality.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have their,
And we're gonna bear their debt.
yeah,
Mhm.
Your taxes will go up.
yeah, because we're gonna have to pay their debt.
That's right,
I'm
yeah.
not saying that something that we have to republic,
Right.
but it's, I mean, there's only 2 or 3 towns in the state that are in opposition. Where we don't have a police department, we don't have a fire department,
Was it Lafayette still?
whatever they are, I don't remember what they are.
No, one of them was Lafayette. We used these.
All right, so are you okay with the court one? I mean, the attorney can have it for our first regular meeting in January.
Well, what I'd like to do in the interim is send me, even tonight, if you can give me a copy of the contract to see if in fact
They brought up in the farm.
it's all on these.
I think we should go ahead and enforce this one,
Mhm.
The contract on it.
but the one for the, fire should be, until we get the, full contract.
Well, if you wanna do that, I need a motion on it.
We need a motion then on the,
I don't think there's any rush, let me take a look at the contract first.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, court can wait, either one.
Yeah, we're not gonna make a decision until after the.
Wait.
Still on the back of your, agenda, I put,
No, I don't have any.
It's-
Oh, this?
yeah, where I marked off in the red, I wanted to find out if our property maintenance person is considered in that little area there with,
Well, we have to designate who it is, and any other person who from time to time, empowered by the mayor and council, have the authority. So we would have to have a resolution employing this language, that we are deputizing the, property maintenance.
well, I thought when we did it like that, it was everybody, like all of our professionals.
But we have to have no, we would have to, pursuant to this, authorize him to do it.
Okay, well then,
Who's our property
We need a
maintenance?
resolution.
Ron, yeah.
Ron,
What's that?
guy in the green truck?
Well, we do what? Plow snow?
No, they're parking up on Monroe. They
For the
don't
people
move.
that are parking on the streets overnight and parking there when the roads are snow covered,
Can't get through.
and there's a sign right there where they're parking their cars, says do not park, you know, and when the mayor and I went up to talk with the state police, the lieutenant said, I can't tell the men to write tickets. for parking.
And the police was riding up the road during the summer, and I said, go over there and
Yeah.
ticket them, they're parked right under the sign, he says, we gotta call headquarters.
Mm.
It's right under the
Yeah,
sign.
we need
So why
something
have-
because
So-
we can't get through.
If we can have our,
We used
like,
to have
property
Larry do it.
maintenance, zoning, you know, write the tickets, because they are here when those are happening, you know, and they see them.
Ticket book, why don't you run raw, I'll put them on there. Well, I want to do.
So, yeah, then, Bill, if you can, do something
No,
for
you've
our
seen
meeting in
them, right, Alan?
January.
Both sides, you can't get through, if the ambulance has to go through there,
Yeah,
My wife has a hard time with her little car here.
and then the snow.
You know, can we just tell them, Phil? We can't tell them, right?
Where do they
Oh,
park?
we have to authorize them to do it.
Do they have a place to park if they can't park? in
well,
private
there's
places?
driveways there, but they might have 85 people in one house, and 90 of them have cars, you
They
know.
have about 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 cars there.
It's the same two
Which
cars.
that,
Yeah.
at that house on Monroe, if you come into Monroe from the top of the hill of Franklin, it's the second house on the left as you're coming in. And every night, because when I come down in the morning, I can't come out of my street and go down because the bus stop is there. So I have to go around on Monroe. And every morning those cars are there. And you know they've been there all night because
They got ice on them.
there's ice on them, there's snow on them, and everything else.
Mhm.
Who's gonna issue the tickets at night?
Jim Janone.
Well, Ron comes in
Got a
in the
red
morning, you
truck, right.
know, so
Mhm.
he'll come in earlier than what he
Yeah,
normally
but
gets here.
you can't give a ticket in the morning for something that happened at the night.
Well, if the
Because
car's
there's
parked
no
there,
parking. But there's no parking at all.
there's no parking on that street at
Oh, well,
all.
that's a different
Yeah.
They're
story.
parked right, Phil, they're parked right under the sign. No parking, yeah, they're parked right under the sign.
Yeah.
Especially in the summertime.
And I told the police, and he says, you gotta call headquarters. I said, they're parked right under the sign.
Well, they're not gonna, the state troopers are not gonna get involved with parking.
Well, she's asking
Right.
if Ron can give tickets to.
Yes, but we have to
You
authorize
have
it.
to-
That's our resolution.
Well, let's do
Then-
it.
Yeah, let's do it then.
You'll have to do it for the next meeting, because I don't have an actual resolution here, I wanted to ask about it tonight.
No,
So we can do it for the first meeting in January.
Now, Phil, what happens if the guys actually hit the car with a snow plow? Are we liable?
Well, we're responsible if you do damage to a car, whether it's there or not.
Right.
Whether it's not supposed to be there or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And we also asked about, when we went to the state police, we asked about going into an agreement with a towing company
Oh, nice.
to get somebody in here,
Right.
so when they are parked on the street like that during snow removal and everything, that we can get somebody to tow them.
Don't we need an ordinance?
State police
for that?
said we have to use them, because they're our police department and they have to do the towing.
But they won't.
We want them to come down, you know.
But don't we need that in the ordinance?
Well, you would need it in the ordinance, yes, but.
Put signs up, towing
Ask
zone?
about it.
Just put some signs up, towing zone.
But you gotta choose.
Well, they don't look at the sign for no parking, so I don't think they're gonna pay attention to anything else.
The cars and they have to pay
Yeah,
the
take
fee
care.
for towing.
That's what other
Gotta
towns
change
do.
it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what other towns do.
Got a big goal.
Yeah.
$50 or whatever it is.
So you'll make an ordinance up for us?
I'll make an ordinance.
Thank you.
Good, thanks, Ron.
But towing, so.
Thank you.
Okay, old business, fence quotes?
Yeah, I don't have anything new. I was speaking to Joe, we called a couple other places, nobody's getting back to us. Joe said as long as we make an effort to try to reach out to these people, you know,
Mhm.
as long as we have one, that's okay. If anybody knows of a fence company that I can call,
GM.
I called them already, they haven't gotten back to us.
Let's ask the president to build a wall.
Okay.
Okay, I make a motion to open the meeting to the
You
public.
got some leftovers?
Motion to open our meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Jim Janelle, 15 Franklin Road. First I want to update you. Hodis Veterinary Group is not owned by Stephen Hodis anymore, just so you know.
We know.
Conway.
That you were referring to him.
But that's, it's still the name,
Yeah, it's Hodis Veterinary
Right.
Group, but it's owned by a woman now.
yes.
So,
Maybe her name's Hodis.
No, it's Conway.
and when you were talking about merging towns and all this before, Does anybody know how much debt Dover has? I got the update 2 weeks ago.
Yes, we do,
How much?
a lot.
How much is the lot?
I couldn't tell you, but I know it's
$40
quite a
million.
bit.
Yeah.
I know, because I do know they haven't even paid their grants off yet.
Yeah. And there are towns that have merged and they waited a few years and they found that it cost them more money now than it did before.
Well, we had the same, if I don't mean to take up your time, but we had that same problem with the schools.
Well, school's a whole nother story.
No,
I
it's the
mean,
same kind of, it's the same.
yeah, but there are towns that did the merge and they found that they did not save money, they ended up costing more money. So just because, you know, somebody says it's a good idea doesn't mean it's a good idea.
We're not merging.
And to correct you, Mr. Glass, about fire trucks. Today, you don't have to buy a fire truck, you can lease to own. Because you don't wanna go to spend $750,000 on a fire truck.
Right.
You can do a lease to own, it's always been an option. That's what a lot of towns do. Let's see. When's the windows being done? You awarded the contract, but when are they being done?
Not until next year. They had to wait to be awarded the contract, and then it takes a month to get the windows ordered. And I don't think they're gonna come in here in the middle of January to do it.
Wow. Under the grant, you mentioned sewer. You can use the money for sewer.
We could.
Why not do a sewer inspection, get a thorough, detailed map of your current condition of your sewer?
Leon said all of our sewers are great because we've done the liners, because he keeps track of all these grants that we've gotten.
Okay, when
And I
were
think
when were the liners done last though?
The map, sure there is.
When was the liners last done? 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
I don't think it's been that long.
Liners fail too.
Yes, they do.
So why not put the money towards something like a sewer inspection if that's permitted under the grant? I mean, you have no, when was your last sewer inspection done? Let's put it that way.
I don't know if we go around inspecting sewers on
They
a
have companies that only
yearly
do sewer
basis.
inspections. They run a camera down, it's motorized, and they get a complete mapping. We've had it done on a site that we needed underground pipes map. And they did every single pipe, told us what the diameter is, the condition, and the sizing, everything. And it really wasn't that costly.
Yeah.
We'll look, we'll see.
That's not 2.2 miles though.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
I know that, but it was still something that they could do.
Yeah, there's probably somewhere there.
Now, I wanted to go back to, do you guys know what's going on down in Dover? When you were talking about the fire department, I mean, do you have any clue what's going on down there?
Yeah.
I went down to the last meeting, there was an hour-long presentation done by the paid guys of the fire department. They're looking to hire 4 more additional people. They're gonna have 18 guys paid.
Right.
You know how many volunteers they have that are active? Not what's on the
No.
rolls, because some of those guys are so old they can't even fight fire anyway. 4 guys volunteer. They used to have 100 at one time. So it looks as though, because the volunteers did not get represented at the last meeting, a lot of people complained about it. I was there and I saw it. And the way they're looking, they're gonna go to a paid department, fully paid. And on tonight's agenda, which I'm gonna go down there for, they're looking to award and authorize a contract for ambulance billing services. So they're gonna be looking to probably bill insurance companies every time they respond with the ambulance up there. So you guys need to really think about this, because you can't just say, oh, it's gonna be 33,000. There's a lot going on in the background that you're not aware of, and I'm surprised you, Mayor, don't even know about this stuff, because when I talked to the mayor down there, he said, oh, I talked to Debbie and Dave.
He did.
They know fully what's going on down here.
He did talk to me.
Because when I asked you about the annual report we're supposed to get on the shared services.
No, I haven't
You
gotten
said
it.
you were gonna talk to the chief.
I did talk
Or
to
you
the
were talking
chief.
to the.
No, I did talk to the chief. I talked to the chief last week.
Yeah, what
He
did he say?
said he's gonna get it to us.
Yeah, but this is something we had a 10-year agreement, every year you're supposed to have a report. In 10 years, we haven't gotten one.
Right.
So what does that tell
Well,
you?
he's working on it. He told me he's gonna get it to me.
Well, all I can say is, there's a lot more that you don't know about that is going on, that is gonna come forth
Well,
probably very soon.
I had to talk with the chief too about what's going
Well,
on.
maybe
Over
you
with
should wait
it.
till the new administration's in, because even the administrator, I believe, is leaving too. So whatever the town administrator told you now, he's gonna be gone after the first.
I heard that also. I heard a lot of people.
are walking out the
A
door.
lot of people are going
How
down
come?
there.
Because they got a lot to
A
hide.
lot.
There's a lot of dirty laundry down there. You have no idea. Wait till they do a forensic audit and find out where all the money's been going for 14 years. Something to think about.
Thank you,
Thank
Jim.
you. Thanks, Jim. Anyone else from the audience? Okay, I'd like a motion to close the meeting to the public.
So motion to close our meeting to the public.
And wish everybody else,
Did I get a second?
Happy to-
All in favor? And I'd like a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So motion is during our wonderful meeting.
All in favor? And everybody have a happy holidays, and we had a good year.
Rain
See
on.
you at the beginning of,
Feels good hearing.
Okay.
misery organization.
so honey, how's your mom?